to the Light Your Heart with Hope podcast. I'm Erin, and I'm so thankful you're here. Over the last few months, my mom, Jill, and I have been talking about the 10 truths to anchor you in healing. And today I'm going to be talking about our final truth. Number 10, you're worth it. Now, before I dive into this truth, I want to share the other 9 that we've talked about. Number 1, speak the truth out loud. Number 2, choose your hard. Number 3, labels do not define you. Number 4, we don't heal in isolation. Number 5, let others be your vision until yours comes back into focus. Number 6, feelings aren't facts. Number 7, you can't selectively numb. Number 8, you can't heal in hiding. Number 9, God loves you and he won't change his mind. I encourage you to go back and listen to these episodes. We share some personal truths that have helped anchor us in healing. But today I want to talk about the unwavering truth that you're worth it. So what does this mean? I want to share with you how this truth has become an anchor in my own healing journey. Because the truth is, there was a season of my life where I didn't think that I was worth it. And to be honest, sometimes I still battle with this lie. There were many times in my life where I wanted to give up, and I landed at that place when I lost sight of my worth. The mental and emotional pain I was enduring had persisted for longer than I thought I could bear, and I had no hope that it would ever end. I was exhausted from having to walk through so many difficult days and sleepless nights, and eventually it felt like the sun would never rise again, and I would be trapped in darkness forever. And darkness is a lonely, terrifying place to live. I wanted an escape. I wanted to give up and give in. Give up trying to fight for my healing. Give in to the lies that life wasn't worth living. I began to believe that I was too far gone, a lost cause, not worth loving, not worth healing, not worth saving. This all might sound extreme to you, or maybe it sounds very familiar. You don't get to this place overnight, this place where you're weighing your worth, ready to give up. I've questioned my worth for a long time, and in an attempt to prove that I was worthy, I would strive for perfection and acceptance and love and belonging. I longed to be seen when I felt completely invisible. I longed to be known when I felt utterly alone. But I spent years questioning if I was even worth being seen or known, if I was even worth being loved. I grew up in a home where my parents always told me they loved me, and they showed it. Not only did they tell me they loved me, but they taught me about the love of God, and I believed it until I started searching for my worth outside of Him. I searched for it in empty places and faces all around me until eventually I began to question my worth completely. Was I enough? Was I lovable? Was I worthy? Did I belong? Was I too flawed, too broken? Pain told me I wasn't worth healing. Fear told me I wasn't worth fighting for. Shame told me I wasn't worth being loved and known. And so I began to place my worth in anything other than where my worth was actually anchored. I placed my worth in perfection. I placed my worth in the Kelly name. I placed my worth in accomplishments and achievements. I placed my worth in how much I could do and how well I could do it. I placed my worth in being who I thought other people wanted me to be. I placed my worth in not showing weakness, but showing I was strong, even when I was falling apart. But the truth is, everything needed to fall apart in order for me to realize that my worth wasn't found in any of these things. There was only one place, one person that determined my worth. A worth that is not based on who I am, but who He is. And His name is Jesus. He is why I'm worth it. And He is why you are worth it. And He proved that we are worth it through His death on the cross. He gave it all for you because He knew that you were worth creating, worth loving, that your life is worth living, and worth giving His life for. The truth is, I'm not worthy in and of myself. I'm flawed. I'm broken. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. And I certainly don't have it all together. But those things never disqualified me from being worthy of God's love. He loved me before I was even born and loves me more than I can fathom right now. Jesus is who makes me worthy of God's love and grace and mercy and forgiveness. Because of him, my life has value and meaning and purpose. I never needed to be anything more than who I am because I am his. He alone is where my worth lies. Some people search for their value and worth their entire lives until eventually they get to the end of themselves. And that's right where Jesus is, right where we all belong. Because we can't find our value, significance, and worth apart from him. When we try to find our worth through striving and working for it, we end up discouraged and empty. When we work from a place of worth, not only are we filled, but we have the ability to bless others through pouring into the lives of those around us. I'm so thankful that God surrounded me with people that poured into my life, who saw my worth when I couldn't see it in myself. They fought for me when I didn't believe I was worth fighting for. When I thought I was unlovable, they loved me and reminded me of God's unconditional love. When I couldn't fathom why they would stay, they remained steadfast. When I wanted to give up, they never gave up on me. When I thought I wasn't worth healing, they helped me heal. When I felt too broken, they helped pick up the pieces. Because this is what people who know God and know their worth do. They tell you you're worth it and why you're worth it. If today you find yourself questioning your value, what scale are you using? Are you weighing your worth based on an actual scale? How much you weigh, what you look like, your body shape and size? I'll be the first to tell you that you are not a number on a scale. You are so much more than the body you live in. You were never meant to define who you are based on your outward appearance. Are you weighing your worth based on who other people say that you are? Are you weighing your worth based on how many followers you have on social media? Are you weighing your worth based on what job you have or how much money you make? Are you weighing your worth based on the mistakes you've made? Are you weighing your worth based on how broken you feel? You are not a mistake because the God of the universe created you. You are not a lost cause because God chose you and promises to bless you beyond measure through his abundant grace and mercy. You are not too far gone because God has already forgiven you and is waiting for you with open arms. You are not too broken because God redeems and restores and he makes everything beautiful. You are worth it. You are worth fighting for. You're worth taking the time to heal. You're worth receiving the same grace and compassion that you show to others. You're worth seeking help. You're worth being seen and known. You're worth being loved and cared for. You're worth forgiving. You're worth acceptance and belonging. You're worth loving. You're worth healing. You're worth living. No matter who you are, no matter what you've done, you're worth it. Nothing and no one can change your worth. You were created by God on purpose for a purpose. You matter. Your life matters. And nothing can change this unwavering truth. You are worth it.